The desire for automation is everywhere in organizations. Organizations become much more well-running. They become wealthy because they automate things. Really, if I think about it, automation is what makes progress in society. It's the core of, yes, money making.
Is automation really a development for mankind? Am I developed if I behave as a machine? I see people looking into the computer all day long. Will my mind eventually become a computer?
But just because we automate things does not mean that we become computers. I do not understand how you are thinking. I mean, we are controlling the computers. They are not controlling us. It's obvious. The computers are there to support us.
But there's something that's confusing me. Now you're saying that we're doing less routine work, where in fact I think we're becoming more mechanized, we're becoming more bureaucratic. This is making us feel cold. Can you explain a bit about this?
No, but you know, Sam, I don't think it's so dangerous as you insinuate, because, you know, everywhere we automate in organization, and you know, this is necessary for us. We do it because it pays off, and we are in control, and we do it because we benefit from it.
This is becoming more exciting, because that's exactly what I thought about. That's how we changed from hunters to farmers, and from farmers to the industrial age. And that's how we exactly reached the IT or knowledge economy. And maybe that's what's making human beings more efficient, don't you think?
Wow, Sam, I really like that. You are just on the spot. Exactly. Beautiful. The economy is driving the evolution.
So I understand that automation creates wealth for society and mankind, but perhaps it also traps us in our own creation. We become like computers.
Well, now again you are into this, but you see, we need to understand computers, but this doesn't mean that we become like computers. I can't really follow your thoughts there. You know, we need to automate and formalize and understand what's going on, and then we put this into the computers, but we are still in control of them. Okay, in the future maybe we can be so advanced in this that we automate to such a high level that we can even automate the controlling of the computers, but I don't think this is what you meant. So we understand what we put into the computer, but we are not controlled by it.
You were saying something that's really interesting. So we automate what is actually automated. So does this mean that machines are going to control machines, meaning computers are going to control computers?
So exactly. So if computers can control computers, they will force us also to act according to a predefined process. For instance, they will force us to read emails all the time. Maybe we should call the Terminator one day and ask for help.
Okay, that was a joke, I hope, because I mean, try to think about this. You know, emails are good for us. You know, emails are very good because they enable us to communicate in a delayed kind of fashion. You can use email whenever you want. I mean, is this losing control? Is this losing control? It's not. It's getting control. So they are there for us.
Now, I've thought about this. It's really funny that people want to make things more efficient all the time. Okay, they want to make more money. But to me, it seems like a neurotic ambition. We become more efficient, but at the same time, we also become slaves of computers. That's my opinion.
Slave is a negative. It's a very negative word. You know, I don't think it's a little too strong. I would advise you to try to find some nuances. I would say it's quite natural to become a little dependent on things that brings us wealth. If anything is very good for you, why not become a little dependent on it?
Let's get back a bit to the subject of automation. Now, we were talking about automating everything. We have been automating farming, we automated industry, we are automating information, and now we come to automating knowledge. So I wonder, when will this ever end?
Yes, that is what is fascinating. We are automating knowledge. That's what this is all about. I'm so glad you see it, Sam. I'm so happy. You see? I hope you see it too. We are automating knowledge. This was the very best thing you've said in a long time. This is what the whole course is about. We are automating knowledge.
I've heard that some people want to put all the knowledge, to automate all the knowledge of educated people and expertise into computers so that we can actually ask computers for advice. And then perhaps we will not need any more well-educated people, or?
I'm impressed. I didn't think you would understand all these things, but now I see you do understand them. Very good. She's good. But, you know, even if this is so, you know, there is always a human being in control of the computer. You know, you can control your computer, and the same goes for other systems. They do not walk around by themselves, you know. And I would say that you can imagine it like this. There's always some kind of institution, like a democratic government, that controls the thing. So if something gets out of hand, people will say, we don't like this. So we are on top. We are in control of it.
Well, interestingly, I do agree with some of what you are saying. In fact, I can see that when computers are automating things, maybe the results are not what we expect, but so be it, because then we might be changing with the society, and that's okay. It just reminds me of this revolution that happened in 1439, and it was the
Gutenberg, the printing press, you mean?
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
And that's when people were afraid that if they read more books, they might be losing control of the society.
Well, you know, you are right. All big systems, if there's too much change, they may break apart. So of course, I mean, you are right, Sam. You put it very well, and well, to some extent, you are right too, because there is a slight danger. Okay, but you know, even though there is a little danger, it's part of evolution. It's always, things go well and we have resistance, but in the end, the most developed animal will seize control again. And right now, in society, of course, well, maybe some people will fall into these traps, and maybe some countries will run into a dead-end street, but this is evolution.
And maybe some corrupt people will use the force of computers and overtake humanity.
Well, so what? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, so this makes me wonder, actually, how much control do we have over computers versus how much control we have over automating things like knowledge? Can we have control over both of them?
Well, I like your comment. Nice to hear you say it. I think we have understood this by now, that the more automation we have, the higher level of control is needed to control the automation. Once it's automated, we can face new challenges, and then we can automate this. So we climb and climb the ladder of abstraction, and we automate and automate and automate. We get more and more control, more and more power. This is evolution. This is how it is. And yes, you struck the point there.
That is completely right. That's what I was thinking about. In fact, if we can have more control on automating functions, then we will have more control over computers. And I think that's when we will feel power over the computers.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.